It may come as a surprise, but life aboard a sailboat isn't always glamorous. From working on the blackwater tanks to scrubbing the bilge, we want to show you everything it takes to maintain our floating home. This week, we are knocking out a few little projects that every live-aboard sailor must do to keep their boat in proper working order. We are Paige and Daniel, traveling with our Great Dane Winston on our 38-foot catamaran to see what lies beyond the horizon. Big thanks to those who support our adventures on Patreon, especially our awesome patrons. Go to patreon.com to find out how you can become an awesome patron.
What just happened?
I don't know. Somehow the propane alarm went off. It does that sometimes. I don't know. But it's a real pain in the ass.
Some of you may be a little concerned that we're not taking our propane leak very seriously. And we did get a little instrument from a friend of ours to actually check the propane. It's like a propane detection doohickey. So I'm turning on the propane breaker, and then we will turn on the propane and see how it does. All right, so it does not appear to be going off at the moment, but all the same, I guess we should check for our leaks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the solenoid and,
See what happens.
see what happens here. We have this fancy detector here, Dad, on.
It's warming up. And this little thing is flexible. You gotta show it off, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Like the home network or whatever.
Yeah, the whole thing. You can get into all manner of weird crevasses. What I'm hoping will happen is that it'll go off and then we can trace it. But as it is right now, it's not going off, so we'll just poke around. And that is our fuel tank. Yeah, we think this is the sensor. Maybe we should test the device.
Oh.
It did not like that.
So that's what it sounds like when we do have propane.
Okay, so device works.
It almost sounds like those nuclear sirens.
Yeah, and it also kind of sounds like a Geiger counter. Well, we'll leave that on and see what happens. If it goes off, then we'll try and chase it with our handy dandy doodad here.
Although our theory is that it is not a propane leak, that it's actually a faulty detector. That's the theory that we're running with right now. So Dana was cooking up some dinner and the propane alarm is going off again and again and again. And we took the propane detector and there is no propane leak. So it's like, all right, what else is going on? Our thought is that the sensor itself is just foobar and we need to get a new sensor. So I'm pulling it apart to see what it looks like. And it looks like it's the original sensor from 20 years ago. So, it's probably about time to replace it.
I wish it was something that was kind of repairable, but looks like it's going to be a replaceable thing.
Hashtag boat life. The sensor alarm just keeps going off. We've checked for propane leaks to no avail. We don't have any leaks. So we ordered a new sensor and hopefully that will take care of it.
Yes, new fancy box doodad with the connector and all that stuff. I'm really just hoping that there's an actual connector on the inside there that matches this, instead of having to rewire it. So wish me luck. Okay. Success! Hooray! There's a little connector guy. So this should be about as plug and play as it gets. In you go. Cool. There's some little barely visible numbers here. It's like 1 and a 2 there, and they match up with a 1 and a 2 right there. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and in there. Okay.
That has got to be the easiest installation of anything we have done so far.
Done and done.
I guess we'll see if the alarm goes off again when we are cooking. So, update at dinner time.
All right, let's see if this replacement worked.
Daniel is making dinner tonight. He is going to make up this delicious fish stuff. It's going to be great. That sounded terrible. Anyways, he's making dinner. And hopefully our sensor and everything with the propane is working. So we're going to get that going.
Usually once that thing turns on, the alarm has been known to just go off right then, especially after it's been off for a while. So that's a good sign. So we'll get cooking and see what happens. That's doing what it should. Let's see if it keeps it up.
What happened?
Smoke alarm went off. These things happen. That's why Winston doesn't like me cooking. Look at that face.
Yeah, Winston is definitely not a fan of Daniel cooking. Alarms always seem to go off.
Not like it's like smoky in here or anything. We made it through dinner, and gas stayed on despite the smoke alarm going off once or twice.
But it seems like our propane issue is fixed. So huzzah!
Huzzah! Fingers crossed. We will continue to monitor the situation.
One of the lovely things that happens on a boat, or with any vehicle, right, is that you have to clean it. We won a contest and Total Boat sent us some products. So we have a boat soap we're going to try out and see how it works, because whew, our sailboat needs some cleaning. She is really dirty. I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but it is raining. We're taking advantage of the cloud cover and the cooler temperatures to get some of the outside work done, because it's just been so hot and humid. We haven't really been wanting to do this. So we're working in the rain. Once you're wet, I mean, you can't get more wet, right? All right, so the instructions say that we just put a few tablespoons in the bucket and then we will just start cleaning and scrubbing and rinse it off. So that's what we're gonna do and see how that works. Now, I think that was the easy part. I'm gonna see if we can get this black moldy stuff off with this soap. Oh, look at it go! One of the reasons that I really have been kind of putting this project off is the sealant for our windows is not great. And it looks like I'm actually scrubbing some of that, the little sealant that we have left off. All right, so honestly, I can't tell that much of a difference. Unfortunately, it looks like some of the black moldy bits have stained a bit of the deck. Maybe we just need to scrub a little bit more. We'll see, but there are some places that you can tell a significant difference. Check this out. This is the dirty side. This is the clean side. So I don't know if that's showing up on camera, but there are still all these little bits. See, all the... A friend of ours suggested that we should try using a pressure washer. Pressure washer would be huge help to all of this yuckiness.
Reminds me of doing kitchen floors. Deck brush and squeegee. And a hose.
What are you working on now?
I was doing the exterior as much as I can get here. So, looks a lot better.
Okay, so we have something, and I don't think I like it, but I think we're gonna do it regardless.
So we have noticed that there's a little bit of growth in our tank, water tank, a little bit of growth in our water tank, and we need to kill it. Some people use bleach, but I don't want to use bleach.
So I'm not sure if this is any better than bleach, though.
This stuff is actually made and formulated to do what it's supposed to do. Bleach is just, it's bleach. They don't even allow that in, professional kitchens. So we have 2 gallons of this stuff. And we have actually just run out of water, which is what we're supposed to do, basically drain our tanks. And then we add this, and then we fill up the tanks and kind of wait, more or less. We run everything, let the stuff run through the system, and then flush it all out again.
I foresee us going through a lot of water right now because we're gonna wait, flush it out, and then I'll probably insist on filling it again and flushing it, because this just doesn't look edible. Look at that.
I drank things like this as a kid, or at least things this colored as a kid.
Doesn't mean it was any good for us, so.
So first things first, we have to open the tank. Now that we our filling. It takes about 25 minutes for us to fill up our tanks with the marine water. So we need to fill our tank about halfway, so we'll run it for about 10 minutes and then add the stuff.
Alright, so we're going to turn off the water now and put in some of this bright blue stuff. Darling, you're supposed to get it in the hole.
I'm trying.
Now we're using 2 bottles because our tank is just that large. We love having a big water tank, honestly. This is just one of the things that we have to do as liveaboards.
Well, that was fun.
I think we got most of it in the tank.
So that was the first 10 minutes to fill up our tank, so another 15 minutes to fill it up the rest of the way.
So now it's all full, it's all sudsy, and oh, you see it? I'm gonna close this to keep the reaction in the tank, right? At least. And we let it sit for 30 minutes.
Yeah, we need to basically open up the system and get it all into the lines, and then we let it sit for 30 minutes and then flush it out.
Now we'll open all the faucets and get it in the system.
Move the boat or RV several times to disperse the stuff throughout the water in the tank. So I guess we could wait a little bit and let the motion of passing boats do that for us.
We could run from side to side, maybe jump on and off the boat.
We can do that, but it's a fairly uniform tank, so there's not a whole lot of empty spaces in there.
So yeah, after a little debate, we're gonna get on and off the boat just for funsies. I'm gonna get on too. It goes, woo! Now run to that side.
No.
Yeah, Daniel, I don't know if Daniel runs anywhere. You go run, baby. I'm gonna pay for that one later.
And
I don't think it's making really that big of a difference.
probably not, but it's fun.
Yeah, we're not gonna just drive around the boat just to swish the stuff in the tank about. It gets swished enough.
Yeah, maybe we could ask some of the jet skiers to come by at, their normal speed, and that'll shake the boat up.
There's a tour, like a jet ski tour group that's down the ways, and they have hit our boat, and they often come by really fast, creating a wake. So, yeah.
Twice. They've hit our boat twice.
All right, so we've gone through, we've opened up all of the faucets, and now we're going to turn on the freshwater pump.
All right, then we'll set a timer for 3 minutes. All right, well, that's 3 minutes, so we're gonna turn off the pump now and let the cleaner sit in the lines.
Now we wait another 30 or so minutes, let it sit there, and then we'll flush everything out and refill again and flush it and make sure, hopefully, we have clean water. Okay, so we have let the water sit in our tanks and in all the piping for, well over 30 minutes now. So we're gonna get the freshwater pump turned back on and purge the freshwater tanks.
All right, so our pump just told us that we were now out of water. So we're going to refill the tank and flush the system one more time. Make sure we get all the soapy stuff out of it.
All right, so we've drained the tanks again, and we're going to fill it one last time, and this is going to be our actual drinking water.
Hopefully, we'll taste it after it comes out, and if it still tastes soapy, then yeah, we'll drain it again.
Yeah, we've never done this before, so we'll see how it goes. That's not good. I really hope we didn't just ruin our water tank.
I don't think we did. It just kind of still kind of tastes like that cleaner.
All right, flush it again. This will be the second flush, right?
Yeah, the second full tank that we will run through it. I just wonder if the tank isn't fully draining out, if we're not getting a full emptying of the tank.
Of course we're not. All right, guys, now I'm just wondering what the hell did we do to ourselves, because we can't seem to get this soapy taste out of our water now. And there's actually, it's not just in our heads. Check this out.
Yeah, that's suds if you ask me. Yeah, it smells like Dawn dish soap. Obviously, whatever we're doing, draining the tank through the system is not clearing out all of the stuff. And I'm kind of at a loss what to do now. This is like the third time that we've filled and drained the tank.
I'm about to send Daniel to the grocery store to pick up some gallons of water so we can have water to drink until we get the soap out of our holding tanks. It makes me ask myself, like, was it really worth it? Like, did we really need to do all of this? That's where we are right now.
Yeah, survey says no.
Well, Daniel is getting ready to head off to the grocery store and pick up some water. Because we could be doing this all night. And I don't want to. I want to eventually go to sleep and then worry about it tomorrow.
Yeah, on this product, I only saw one review that it said it took a lot more water than what was in the label to flush the system out. So I guess that's holding true. So yeah, this Starbright water tank treatment stuff takes a lot of water to flush out of your system. Buyer beware. Well, it has been hours, and I think we have filled and drained the tank an additional 2 or 3 times. I've honestly lost count. So let's see if we have fizzy water out of the tap. That seems pretty normal. Don't smell anything. Yeah, I think we got it. What do you think, Art?
Oh. That'll work. That'll work. We had to purge the tank like 5 times. So, cheers.
Yeah, it's a terrible waste of water, and we both feel awful about wasting that much fresh water.
Also, now we know that we probably won't do this again. It'll take like a lot or something like really bad for us to do this again.
Yeah, I think maybe something more regular maintenance wise. I don't want to put bleach in the tank. You know, people are like, oh, put a little cap full of bleach in the tank. It's like, no. So maybe something else on a more, you know, per tank fill up basis. So if you guys have anything like that, please let us know. Comment below what you guys do to keep your tanks fresh in between fill ups.
Go ahead, like and subscribe to join us in our next adventure.